welcome to another video. Today I'm feeling very autumnal and I wanted to share with you a little bit about my weekend where we went apple picking. Very fun. It was my first time. And we obviously picked some apples, maybe too many apples. I now need to think of a variety of recipes now because I don't really eat apples just like as they are. I usually like them in things, so yeah, I went a little overboard with the apple picking. So I'm gonna need some recipes. Easy recipes, because I one time made an apple pie for like a 4th of July a few years ago and it was not good, you guys. So I wanted to share a little bit about that, some things I got from where we were. It was like a little small town area and they had a lot of little vendors that were selling their wares. So I have a few items to share with you, and then I'll talk maybe a little bit about some other autumnal things. But yeah, I hope you're cozy and ready to enjoy this more fall-esque video. First and foremost, I love to share my favorite fall lip color as of late and the last few years. This is the Clinique, I think it's Black Honey dupe, and it is the Sheer Slick lipstick by e.l.f. in the color Black Cherry. I would love the Clinique one though, like just to try it out. But this is what it looks like, and it's pretty sheer. It's kind of like a lip balm consistency and just very no fuss lip color, which I like. So, love that. So, let's hop right into it. Of course, we have apples. I have a huge bag of apples in the kitchen. They're a little dusty, so I didn't want to bring them in here, but I'll share a photo or two of our apple picking excursion. It was really fun. We went to this place called Oak Glen in California. It was a bit of a drive for us, but it's kind of the nearest orchards we could go to, unless it was for your own picking, like you're picking the apples. There are closer pumpkin patches to us, but we wanted to do apple picking. I think I might go to a pumpkin patch that's much closer if I really want to do that. But we went to the orchards in Oak Glen. Specifically, we went to Los Rio Rancho, and everyone was apple picking. It was very busy for a Sunday, really, with regards to parking / driving, because you're all on the same road, or some of these places didn't have a lot of parking. So we ended up going to the orchard we wanted to go to. We're able to park after kind of waiting in traffic for a little bit, and then we walked to the orchard, and honestly it was huge. There were so many different areas for corn mazes, picking berries or other vegetables. They had food trucks, they had barbecue. Once you were there, it was kind of it didn't feel very busy because it was so much land and everyone was kind of spread out. Even in the apple orchards, we were kind of by ourselves in the apple orchard. We weren't rubbing shoulders with anyone. So it was actually a really great experience. A little warm, but still enjoyable. And like I said, we got a lot of apples. Too many. I should have stuck to a few. Yeah, so we went to try and get apple cider donuts after that, but the place where they sold them was completely full of cars. Like, we couldn't find a parking spot. So we left and went to the nearby town, Oak Tree Mountain, and they have this restaurant there. I believe it's Apple Annie's or Annie's Apples. I keep messing up the name. And oh my goodness, we waited for a little bit for food, but it was kind of like one of the few restaurants there, and I'm like, well, we're here, we might as well wait. And it was worth it. It was delicious. Probably some of the best apple pie I've ever had. Like, incredible. So good. Very worth it. But now that we've gone, I feel like I'm prepared to go next year, a little bit more prepared, and get to try some other stuff that we didn't try on this trip. So yeah, apple picking was really fun. You know, trying something new. I got to go with my siblings, my husband, and so that was really a good time. My brother's girlfriend went with us, so it was just like a fun sibling day and our partners. But yeah, so let me share now the things that I got from our apple picking day in the nearby town, Oak Tree Mountain. They have like these little shops where you can buy different things from different businesses, and then they also had this area where you had to pay to go further to experience other activities. We didn't do that, but maybe next year we'll do that. But they had like so much more we didn't explore, but at that point it was later in the day and we didn't really even have a lot of time left. So it wasn't really worth paying extra to do more. But I can see why people would pay. So, okay. I was really on the hunt for some apple butter, and I found some. This is by the Apple Blossom Ranch in Oak Glen. I'm sure they had a variety of apple butters, but I saw this one and I was like, let me try it. It's a pretty big jar. I don't know how I'm going to get through all of this, to be honest with you, but it does say refrigerate after opening, so I will be doing that. And yeah, I'm excited to try this specifically on toast. I think that the Trader Joe's French bread, my favorite bread ever, next to sourdough, this would be really good on it. Also, maybe like, because I was trying to think of an apple recipe, my brother's girlfriend mentioned making a apple like brie sandwich, and this might even be really tasty with that, with like real apples as well. So I have to like get some of these ingredients, but I can't wait to dive into this. You could probably also put this in like coffee, or you know, sweets, cheese, cracker ensembles. I mean, sky's the limit, really, with apple butter. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. Got a big ol' jar. They didn't really have anything smaller. I think I would have been fine with smaller, but it's fine. I was supporting a local business, so it's all good. So that is one of the first things I got. And then I saw this right next to it and kind of wanted to jump on the opportunity. So this is the red raspberry jalapeno jam. I had to pick this up. I don't know if it's going to be like spicy or hot, kind of like a chili jam that you might often see with like cream cheese, cracker ensemble, which is delicious, by the way. I would absolutely love to try this with cream cheese and wheat thins, because I love a good cranberry chili dip, and it just is like the right, I don't know, it's delicious. So I am curious to try this out, but also this would be great with toast or other fun food items, sandwiches. I can imagine like a really fun like Thanksgiving version sandwich with this. So we shall see. Trying to be a little more experimental with some recipes. Yeah, I've been looking up apple recipes. Nothing too crazy complex because, like I said, I tried to make a pie one time and it did not go well. Okay, so those are the jam butters that I got. This honey sampler. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flavors. They had a variety, but I mean, the honey they were selling were in really big jars, like bigger than this. And I do go through honey routinely, but not that routinely. Like, I don't think I even have it every day. So I was like, I don't really want to pay for a large jar of honey. I'd rather go for like a sampler, and then I can like taste different flavors and pair them with different foods depending on what I'm into. So I figured that would be the best bang for my buck. So this is from a brand, Holy Honey, and they were like the only place I think selling honey there, or if I didn't know if there was more. I'm sure there was many vendors selling similar things. Let me see if I can open this. So, such cute jars, by the way, which I will absolutely keep when these are empty because they are just so cute. Look at how cute that is. Feeling very autumnal, but this is creamy wildflower pure honey. So, safe to say that will be a very delicious try. Then we have creamy lemon honey in this one. Love it. That one sounds like it'd be really good with like a cracker and cheese or something like that. Then we have creamy mango honey. So that's what it looks like. Very excited about that one. And we have 2 more. We have creamy cinnamon honey. This one I'm excited to try with making apple tarts, where I don't know if you've seen those recipes where you like slice up the apples and then you put like honey, a little bit of butter, apples, cinnamon, and then you put puff pastry squares on top of the filling, so it's like an upside down tart. I'm gonna try that out maybe this week, and I would love to try it with the cinnamon honey. Maybe this could be like a drizzle at the end, and I could use like regular honey as like the main sweetener. But this sounds delicious, cinnamon honey, because I'm a big cinnamon butter girl. Love it. Yeah, I also just love honey butter in general. So a cinnamon honey butter concoction sounds great for like toast or bagels or something. And then we finally have the creamy raspberry honey. Again, sounds divine for like a toast or on a sweet treat. Or often, balancing out dishes that are maybe really savory or have a little spice to it. You can add a drizzle of honey. Sometimes it's really good. So, used something like this before. It was like, yeah, it's probably helpful for like drizzling. So awesome. Now I have one because I don't think I even have that, something like that. Okay. So that is all my edible, like honey. They're not edibles, but they're edible in the sense that you can eat them. So I'm very excited about my butter, or not my butter. Well, yeah, my butter, my jam, my honey. Very wholesome haul here. Next, we went into this crystal shop, and I always love getting crystals wherever I go. I really try to see like which crystals I'm attracted to, or like what are energetically attracted to me. One of my favorite parts about this year has been growing my crystal collection. I have many displayed right here in just a very beautiful way, and I've been adding crystals around. So it's just been kind of adding to the aesthetic I'm kind of going for right now, which is like very green witch vibes, which I feel like has always been a part of my decor personality. It's just evolved into more like greenery and crystals and just like earthy things, metals, vintagey things, eclectic. Yeah, so that's kind of the vibes I'm going for. Crystals are a great way to add to that, and their energies I love. This is like a rose quartz. It's a very light pink, so it's probably coming off like white on camera, but it's a rose quartz. I just love how it's cut. I just feel like it's really simple to hold and easy, so I love that. And then this one is really pretty. It's like a prism. I don't actually know what this one is. I mean, it could be like an opal, a man-made opal type thing, but it's incredibly clear, so maybe it's just like a prism. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this one up, maybe see what kind it is, but these are the crystals that I got, and I love them so much. They're sitting right here on my vanity. So those are the crystals I got. And then there was a candle store right next to that, and we went in, me and my sister, to sniff the candles. This is from Country River Candles. The crystals, I actually forgot where they're from. I don't have any name of the brand, but this is from Country River Candles. All natural hand-poured soy candle. And yeah, it's in this little tin. Oh, it's so good. At first I was going to get a different one, which was just pumpkin spice, but this one is pumpkin chai. And it's just so much more like cinnamon coming out of it that I really enjoy. I really love a cinnamon vanilla pumpkin combo. Like, that is the ultimate fall candle mix for me all year round, honestly. Like, this is just so good. I could sniff this all day. Phenomenal. Which also reminds me, I really need to buy one of those candle wick cutters that are like, I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like scissors that are sort of like bent, so you can kind of reach down into a jar easily. I need one of those because I've been using regular scissors and it's just very awkward trying to cut a wick, especially like the wood ones that are narrow. Anyway, that is my burden to bear, and to find something out there, which they sell them everywhere, so I need to just buy it. I've been lighting candles more frequently now that I've been home a little bit more. I'm working an extra day at home during the week, so I work from home 3 days a week now, which is really great. I'm not complaining. Love it. I've just been lighting my candles. I'll put on like Gilmore Girls in the background. I've already seen it so many times that I like don't really pay attention. It's just like a comfort thing. Or I'll put on like a fall ambiance and I'll do my work. I'll sit with my dog Chewy. I love it. It's the best. And I can't wait to burn this alongside all the other candles I've been trying to finish up from the last few years. I was supposed to not buy any more I didn't buy any candles last year, and then I bought 3 candles this year, but they're all very small. They're much smaller, so I'm sure I've bought more. I don't know when, but for fall, I only have 3 candles I bought, and they're pretty small because I'm not using them up as much. Yeah, but love it. Love a candle. So the last store we went to in the area was this Christmas ornament stand, and of course I like Christmas and I love ornaments, so I had to go check it out. And so we were looking and I saw 2 that I really liked, just were immediately drawn to. So I will say, we were walking back to our car and I accidentally dropped the bag with the ornaments in them. And unfortunately, some of the legs of these ornaments broke, which you'll see in a minute. And I have super glue, so I do intend to reattach the leg. But I'm really sad. I didn't pay an astronomical amount, so I'm not like gutted. But obviously, I wish I hadn't broke them the minute I got to the parking lot. But I'll show you. This is the first one. It's like this Pegasus, and this is the leg we broke. But I have the leg down here, so I'm going to reattach it maybe later. And it's just so beautiful. This is the kind of ornament I would play with when I was little on the Christmas tree. Like, it would be the ornament I would want to put on first, you know? So it just called to me and I had to get it. This little Pegasus. So cute. It's like a ceramic as well. And then you have the wings. They're like butterfly wings. Yeah, super pretty. It almost looks old and vintage. But I don't know. I don't know when it was made. But yeah. Very pretty. Very whimsical. I might get like a baby small pink tree for like my nightstand or my room and put some of these ornaments on, because that's like the theme is like pastel pink. I really love the nutcracker as well, so I have a lot of pink decorations because I love like a pink nutcracker Christmas theme. So that's lately what I've been enjoying with Christmas decor the last few years. We do have classic like vintagey vibes as well, but I like to incorporate the pink nutcracker vibes. And yeah, I think I might get a little fake pink tree if I can find one. Unfortunately, I mean, I love real Christmas trees, but our dog Chewy is not great with pine needles. He gets very sick. Like, poor boy, going to the bathroom and it's not a good time. He isn't trying to eat the Christmas tree or drink the water. The needles just like fall on the ground, and I think he accidentally licks it or ingests it, and it's just not good for him. So we are no longer getting any real Christmas trees or anything like that, which is so annoyingly sad. But also, I want my dog to be healthy, so I'm not gonna get a real Christmas tree. I'll be fine. I'll live. I would rather have a fake tree and not have to deal with him being sick all December long. It's just not fun for all of us. So we're gonna maybe get a little fake Christmas tree in general. We just don't have a lot of storage, so it can't be very tall, like more than 4 or 5 feet. Like even 5 feet is kind of tall, so I'm I'm like, where am I going to store this Christmas tree if we buy it? But we'll see. Okay, so that is my first ornament, and this is my second ornament. It is very similar, pink, glittery vibes. It's a dragon, very pretty, very fantasy, which I love. Like, her two legs also broke in the fall, is what I'm calling it, the fall of the ornaments. But I also still have them, so I'm going to reattach them with super glue, which hopefully should do the trick. But isn't that just pretty? So gorgeous. Oh, just love it. It's definitely like in the girly sections. I used to say that my favorite color was pink when I was little, and then I felt like I was not supposed to have pink as a favorite color because that would be like, I don't know, too girly. Oh my god. I love pink. I love pink. I love purple. I love all the shades with that. A big fan of that. I mean, I love so many different colors. I love green. I love blue. But pink has always been a color I've gravitated to in a lot of different things. So I'm not afraid to admit pink is probably one of my favorite colors. So yeah, sue me. So, I'm looking forward to Christmas, but I'm honestly really excited to slow down and enjoy the autumn time. Like, I'm really trying to soak in these months, these last 3 months of the year that go by so quickly and are just full of fun memories. So, just trying to enjoy everything while I can. So, I know I haven't done what I've read recently type videos. In my last vlog, I did share my TBR list for the rest of the year if you're curious to see that. But I do plan to film at some point, hopefully in the next few weeks or so, maybe by November, we'll see, what I've read, in September and October, because I have been reading a lot more these last few months. So I think that I'll include this one in that one, but I wanted to share it for now as a little teaser of just what I've been reading and enjoying. It's the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And, you guys, when you're just in the right headspace for a book, that's what this was for me. And it doesn't happen for, like, sometimes I pick up a book and I'm like, I am not in the headspace for this right now. And that was me for a while this year, and I'm very behind on my Goodreads goal. In fact, I will not be meeting that this year, but it's not about that. It's about reconnecting with my love with reading by enjoying what I read and not being hung up on, I don't know, fitting a standard other people are not putting on me. I don't know. But because it was September, October, it was like the last week or so I finished this. I flew through this, honestly. It was a really simple read. I actually read The Christmas Tree Farm as part of this series last year. It's like the third book, and it wasn't, it wasn't exactly spoilery or anything, but it did talk about characters that I hadn't met yet because I read the third book first. So I went back to read the first book this year, and it's called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. She really knew what she was doing with that last name, let me tell you, because this reminded me of Luke and Lorelai from Gilmore Girls. Like, they're different characters, but they're like the same vibes, if you will. Like, he's like this rugged, plaid wearing, flannel wearing guy, and kind of like more quiet and rugged, and she's all kind of like, ooh, junk food, and like a little more excitable. So that reminded me a lot about Luke and Lorelai, and I've been rewatching Gilmore Girls, so all of it just really aligned for me, and thus began the reading of this really iconic book, I feel. I don't know that everyone loves these kind of like romance smutty books, but like cozy ones. I loved it. Big fan. In fact, most of it was mostly romance. Like, it wasn't a lot of like out of the chili pepper number, if you will. It was definitely like very minimal and it wasn't aggressive at all on the spectrum, at least from what, my experience. It wasn't out the gate crazy, and I really love a good like build up, so I feel like this was really satisfying in that way, and just well paced, and I just love the romantic moments between them. I think for me it worked. I know not everyone might agree, and that's okay. We can all agree if we disagree on what books we like, because it's a book. But yeah, oh my gosh, just loved it so much, and I do want to get like a special edition version with like the sprayed edges. I didn't get that because I wasn't sure if I would like this, but I loved it, and so highly recommend. I think I gave it, what did I give it on Goodreads? I gave it a 5 because I gave it a 5 stars because I rated it based on how I felt reading this book from beginning to end, and it didn't disappoint. I didn't feel like it needed more of anything, and I enjoyed the writing. I enjoyed the characters. I felt like it was funny, like, I don't know, it wasn't cringy to me, and it was light, and it was written well enough that I wasn't like really turned off by anything, and I think that's just because I took it for what it is and really enjoyed it. So I loved it. So I like the way she writes the characters, and yeah, there's like a little more depth, and it's like a small town, and the characters are quirky and funny, and like also in that small town archetype. So it reminded me of Gilmore Girls, you know what I mean? Like in that ironic way of like these quirky characters are supposed to be quirky, and like that's their charm, if you will. So I really loved it. It really met my cozy vibe needs during this season. So one of my favorite fall books lately. I have some others I'm reading right now. I'm very excited that I'm wrapping those up, but yeah, I wanted to share my very autumnal themed book right now that I finished. And I do want to read the next book. Book 2 is the Cinnamon Bun Cafe, or Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Yes, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Lots of sweet treats as well. Next, I wanted to share the shows and movies I wanted to watch during the season. I feel like I'll probably watch Halloween Town or Practical Magic or something, like, a Halloween movie, cozy Halloween movie that I've wanted to watch in a while. But there are a few movies I want to watch that I haven't seen ever or in a little bit. Right now we're watching Only Murders in the Building season 5. I don't know, the latest season. So I feel like that's very Halloween-esque, which I love. We just finished watching The Paper. So good. Please go watch it. It's like The Office sequel, if you will, because it's like the same documentary team, and they're filming a new group of people, but it's still kind of connected. You have to watch it. Honestly, at first I was like unsure about the show, but then I watched till by the end of it, I was like, I love all these characters so much. And everyone has such good range. And it's really, I loved it. I loved it. I think you would love it. I know a lot of people love The Office and they'll probably never love any other type of show again like that, but for me, I love those kinds of shows. Those are probably one of my favorite types of shows. It's that like mockumentary style, and I never want them to go away. So we gotta support these shows like Abbott Elementary. I think there's the St. Denis medical one, which we started watching and then we paused it because we were watching something else. But I liked that one too. That one was funny. But yeah, The Paper is so funny. And then for movies, I really want, I mean, I did mention I'm watching Gilmore Girls on the side as well, but that's like a background show. I will say for movies, there's a few movies I want to watch that I've never seen before. So first one is Dracula Love Tale. If you've been on TikTok and you've seen all those edits of that movie, then you know what I mean. But I think it's a French film, or it's like an indie film made by a different company. I believe there's American actors in it though, so I don't know. Anyways, it's a non-US movie / it hasn't been released yet in the US. I think they're releasing it early next year, like around Valentine's. But right now, everyone's been really trying to watch it, like where they can find it, and people have been like sharing access to where it is. So if I'm able to find where I can watch it, I might watch it. But if I have to wait till the theaters, I don't mind that either. But it looks like an interesting movie. I know it's not like a happy love story because it's Dracula, and that's kind of like not really supposed to be a romance in the sense of it all, but it is romantical, I would say. So we gotta support the arts, you guys. And Dracula Love Tale, TikTok has sold me on it. Okay, all those fun edits. I just love it. I also really want to watch this movie called The Secret of Moonacre. It's something that I think a lot of people have seen when they were younger, but I've never seen this movie. I've never even known about it. So I might try and rent it and watch it because it just looks very whimsical and like autumnal in a way. It reminds me of the movie The Secret Garden a lot from like back in the day. So I'm going to check it out, maybe watch it one of these days. And then another movie I want to watch is Beautiful Creatures. Again, another movie that I feel like has been around for a little bit, like 2010s, but I haven't seen it, so I really want to watch that. And then there's The Covenant, which I wrote down a long time ago that I want to see this, and I kind of forgot what it's about, so I need to go look up what that means, but apparently it was good. And as far as like horror, I'm not really as into that as much, but I would like to maybe watch The Craft again. I think I saw it ages ago and I don't remember what it's about. So I don't know, I'm scared. I don't know. Maybe another Scream movie. I like the Scream movies, they're more interesting and funny. So that's cool. Or like thriller type horror, like movies like Nope, that kind of thing. Those types of movies, I feel like that type of horror I'm like good with. Not like the super gory, supernatural stuff as much. So we'll see. Maybe I'll squeeze in some horror movies. I'm kind of letting, that go as it may. We'll see what happens. I wanted to share a little bit to wrap up this video how I'm doing and kind of other things I'm doing right now as of late. I wanted to bring out the cornucopia because me and my family, my siblings were talking about this while we were apple picking about this cornucopia and how our grandmother had it out every autumn season, and my siblings didn't realize that I took this cornucopia after my grandmother passed. they thought it was lost. And I was like, you guys, I have the cornucopia. And they're like, what? The fake fruit? The, like, fake little pumpkins. It's like almost like these sugar-coated, they're basically ornaments, but like sugar-coating type wax pumpkins. And then you have these little ones too. Maybe there were apples at one point, I don't remember. And then these fake grapes, which a lot of them are missing. Poor thing. I'm just so sad. Some are missing, but it's hanging on by a thread. But fake grapes as well, probably from ages ago. I don't even know what year these are all from, but I got a lot of my Halloween decor from my grandmother. Not a lot of her Christmas decor. I think someone else in the family took all of that. There's a lot of people in the family, and it's kind of confusing when she passed, like who was getting what, and yeah. But me and my siblings grew up living next door to my grandmother, so we spent all the holidays with her, and we remember every decor item because we helped her decorate. So this is very meaningful, and I wanted to bring it out for the season. But I will say this year has been more taxing mentally for me for different reasons, but it's just been a very hard year mental health wise. At the same time, there's so many wonderful things to celebrate and be grateful for. But one of the things I feel energetically not able to do, one of many things, is decorate a lot right now. I think I have just our mantle with like fall decor and candles, and I've just kind of left it at that because the idea of like taking down boxes and just, I think I kind of want to save that for Christmas. Fall, I just feel like being very minimal with it right now. So I just have very minimal things. And then if we go to a pumpkin patch, maybe I'll leave out some pumpkins in the front. I don't know, but I thought I would bring out the cornucopia for in remembrance of my grandmother, and because my siblings didn't realize I had it, so I was like, let me bring it out for the season. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Still trying to figure out how to make it stand. It's a little wobbly on my end. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. Okay, I don't know. So, yeah, if you're kind of in the same realm as me, where decorating just feels very overwhelming on top of everything else, I feel you. And what I focused on is just the areas that matter most to me, like reading novels or hobbies that make me feel energized and cozy, and not putting too much expectation on decorating the whole house with fall decor when I don't really have to. But if you're feeling that, go for it, you know what I mean? But some of us right now might not be feeling that decorative, and I get that because it just feels like one more thing you have to do. But I would say do what you can, or go somewhere else to experience the decor, like a pumpkin patch, and get your fall vibes there. You don't have to decorate your whole home if that's going to be overwhelming. Yeah. So, thought I would share a little bit about the cornucopia and also my decor updates. Yeah, as of late, I've just been making my favorite overnight oats that are autumn themed and just so good. They're like a brown sugar, maple, pumpkin spice overnight oats, and then I add strawberries, pecans, a little bit of granola, pumpkin kernel seeds, which are pepitas, and yeah, it's really good. So good. I will actually link or put the recipe, because it's kind of my own concoction, in the description. I shared about it in my vlog, but I'm sharing about it now because it's truly something I've been having almost every day, and it's something I look forward to. Like, I'm just on a kick with my overnight oats, and it just makes me feel autumnal, and yeah, I love it. And yeah, I'm just trying to focus on the things that make me feel good, and right now that's been reading, trying to write, trying to find the time for it, been working out a lot, just like really focusing on movement and feeling good in my body, not overdoing it, really listening. And I don't know, now I'm just like, I need to move my body most days because I just feel better. I feel more energized that way. I feel stronger. My yoga practice has been essential. It's just been so grounding and meditative. Journaling here and there. And I recently started a mini garden. I went to Home Depot and dropped a ton of money because I just wanted plants in our patio. We just don't have anything, and I've just recently potted a few plants. I still need to go and get a few more things, but maybe I'll share some footage of the little plants we have. We have some marigolds, we have some herbs like sage and rosemary. We have lavender, dill, chives. I need to start cutting some of these things to actually use them. I have mint, some flowers for just decorative, aestheticness, and I do want to grow from seeds some vegetables that are in season right now, but I just haven't had the time, so I think maybe this weekend I'll try and do some more gardening, or this week. So yeah, I think I'm going to do some planning around that and try to squeeze in some gardening so that I can just start learning how to do it. I think I bought a lot, and I know I didn't need to buy that much, but my thought was like, the odds of some of this surviving is pretty high. But I don't think it works like that. I just kind of have to learn and grow, and I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I'm constantly Googling and looking up stuff, but also being reasonable. I'm not going to start making my own soil, for example. I'm just not there yet. I have a very patio container garden right now. So for now, I'm just going to learn and grow and enjoy my little patio garden for at least the fall season. Winter is pretty mild for us, so maybe things will continue to grow okay, but I don't know. I might have to wait again till spring for some more garden growth, but for now I'm enjoying what we have. And it's so funny because I really wanted to grow a garden for literally this entire summer, but it was so hot that it just didn't make any sense to grow anything. And then I literally, the last few weeks in September, I was like, I really need to get this garden growing. But then they started doing balcony work, construction work, and that was a sign that I didn't need to start anything yet because they had to move all our furniture on our patio. So literally when they wrapped up construction on the balcony neighbor above us, I bought my gardening stuff and went to town. So it's kind of like the universe saying, be patient. There's a reason why you have to wait. So if that's not fall harvest theme, I don't know what is, but my battery's about to die, so I have to go. But this was a great catch up, and I hope you're enjoying your fall season however you can. I really appreciate you watching, sticking around. I'm trying to balance everything as much as I can, but just know that I am focusing on my health and my well-being and my relationships around me, and I'm enjoying life to the best of my ability. So I am doing okay, and time we've had. Thank you so much again, and I look forward to seeing you